Okay, I was just getting ready to sit down and do our family budget, and the idea came to me that hey, let's just shoot a quick video for all of our YouTube friends about obstacles for budgeting.
Yeah, we do our budget on the 1st and the 15th of the month usually. I mean, it's not absolute because life gets busy.
Right. Okay, so let's talk about some of the obstacles for budgeting.
Well, a lot of people want a budget, and the beginning of a year or resolutions, that kind of thing is what drives it.
Right. And January is typically the time when people think about it the most, but you know what? You can start any time of the year, anytime picking it up and saying, we're going to go with this. So one of the reasons is I earn so much money, I really don't need to budget. Mm-hmm. And
they can be sloppy.
Right. And our comeback for that is, do you know how much more you could do with your money if you budgeted? How many things you could accomplish? So
people who are high income earners, if they manage their money better, they can save more, they can give more, they can do more. So one of the objections we hear all the time is, I just don't make enough money to budget. I mean, it's hard when you don't feel like you're earning enough, but the truth is, even managing a little bit of money, we make it go so much further. Mm-hmm. I mean, we've lived for 33 years on an average income of about $40,000 to $45,000. That's below the national average. And we've paid off our homes, we've bought cars for cash, we've sent our kids to college.
But the important thing is, budgeting will help what little you do have go further.
What's the third one?
The third one is, gosh, my income is so erratic. We get commissions, and sometimes some quarters of the year are really good, and some are, it's like feast or famine. Mm-hmm. And really
that makes it hard.
Yeah, the comeback for that is, oh my gosh, yes, a budgeting system will definitely help with that, because you're going to put it into a little holding category.
We call it paycheck.
Mm-hmm. And then you're going to meter it out, so you're going to even out those peaks and valleys and have what you need each month of the year. Budgeting is a perfect tool for that.
You talk like we've done this before.
We have. Okay, so the fourth one is...
Well, this is a guy thing. A lot of guys will say, I don't need a budget. I got it right here in my head.
It's not just guys.
You think there's some women that do?
Oh my gosh. What was the stats on that? 80% of people say they have a budget, but it's not written down.
Right. Well, a written budget, in our mind, in writing a spreadsheet or writing a list is not a budget. That's the start. And we'll do another video where we describe how our budget works. But we've got to get it on paper. Look, numbers don't lie. And the cool thing is, when you deal with concrete numbers, facts on paper, you're taking it out of the emotional and you're making it factual. Way fewer disagreements and more unity, and we just need to write it down.
Right. Okay, the fifth one is, oh man, I've tried it, and it is just way too restrictive. It's all about deprivation and sacrifice, and really the comeback for that is, if you tried it and it didn't work, maybe it wasn't done in the best way possible. Maybe there's other options for how to do it. Yes, there are some sacrifices to make, but the truth is, if you set up a budget and you're really struggling with some of the issues and you can prioritize stuff, there will be some money set aside to play with. Even if it's just oh so little, there will be a little bit.
The last one, and we hear this all the time, is, look, I want to do this. It usually comes from a woman, believe it or not.
Not always, but okay.
See, we never agree on this stuff. But the truth is, if someone says we can't agree, we say try it. You know what? Numbers help you agree, and we don't agree on much.
We are about as different can be. Can you tell?
But we don't disagree on the budget, and we let our budget determine what we're going to spend money on. If the money isn't there, we look for other options. So this is really a unifying thing between two people who I should be wearing a white sweater, because we always usually dress opposite, but we aren't today.
I need to back up for a second and say the truth is, if you have spouses that aren't on the same page, audiobooks, if you've got people that drive around, is a great way. We're not the only finance authors out there on Frugal Living. There's a ton. And just make it a point that you're going to either read books together or you're going to listen to books to develop a different mindset about finances and stewardship.
These are the objections we hear, and the truth is, budgeting is the foundation to financial success and to security and to peace. And really, what we tell people all the time is, I mean, this is our budget. It's so ugly. This is what we've used for 30 some years. It came out of our first book. I mean, we wrote about it there. We have a cleaner, nicer looking version here. And this is on our website at MoneySmartFamily.com. When you set up a budget the way we talk about in our books and the way we've lived it, you'll have confidence that you can spend the money you want to spend. You'll have confidence that you'll be able to pay your bills, and you'll have unity in your family. We hope that we've convinced you that any obstacles that you might feel about budgeting really can be overcome. And once you start, you'll never look back.